What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Johnny, back with another edition of Mr. Calloway's View of the World. Please hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and share as well. Today, I want to talk about the power of belief and why you should believe in yourself. Um, so I'll start out by saying that when I was in the third grade, I was living in the City Union Mission, which is a homeless shelter here in Kansas City, Missouri. And I lived in a homeless shelter with my mom and little brother from the third grade to the fifth grade. Um, I remember having holes in my socks sometimes and being embarrassed to take my shoes off at school when we would have like circle time for library and stuff. After the fifth grade, my mother received her Section 8, and we lived on Section 8 from fifth grade until my mother's Section 8 was revoked. When I was 17, I was a senior in high school when she lost her Section 8. During that time, my mother and father had a lot of domestic violence. Almost every night they were getting super drunk, and either she was attacking him or he was attacking her or he was busting a window out in the house. So my upbringing was really toxic. I remember having a lot of fear. I was always scared, and I remember sitting in class sometime with anxiety, wondering, was my mom at home dead, or were they fighting? I never was able to focus on school because my mind was always focused on my home life and how destructive it was. We never had lights, water, and gas at the same time, and occasionally we would be without all three. I actually graduated high school, like walked across the stage, while my house had no lights, no gas, and no running water. And you never would be able to look at me and tell any of these things. I always knew inside that I wasn't meant to be poor, that I wasn't meant to come from an impoverished area. I just always questioned the narrative if something didn't make sense. I remember pouring my dad's beer cans out in the sink and throwing his cigarettes away because I would be disgusted that they would buy, cigarettes and beer, but we don't have any food to eat, or that I can't, have $10 for the book fair at school and stuff. I know what it's like to be in survival mode. I know what it's like to have a really, really negative mind and just not believe in yourself and to not think that you'll be anything. I say that to say, now here at 30 years old, I've been in 2 movies, a magazine, a few commercials, about 15 fashion shows. And all of those things happen because of the power of belief. You see, when I was living in Section 8 and we didn't have lights, I easily could have got down on myself. I could have listened to the narrative of TV that I'm black and I'm oppressed, so I could go sell drugs or whatever other crap that society would make excuses for because I was a young black male. But I didn't want to be another statistic. Currently today, I listen to audiobooks 3 to 4 hours a day because I understand the power of knowledge. And I understand TV keeps throwing that oppressed narrative in our face so we don't actually start thinking our way out of our situations. You see, no belief is needed around you when there's belief in you. And I never stopped believing in me. And I hope someone sees this video and it sparks you to never stop believing in you. A lot of the times I forget I lived in a homeless shelter. I forget that I couldn't eat outside of school lunch. I forget that my parents never had a car my whole childhood. I'm a very happy person. They say negative things happen and they can either stunt your growth or they can either speed you up and leave you with a plethora of knowledge. And I can definitely say I finally understand the saying of old soul. Because while I'm very young in age, my ego has died. I understand the ego is what stops most of us, almost all people, from achieving their true goals, reaching their dreams, and stepping outside of their comfort zone. Even sitting in front of a camera and recording a video on YouTube is outside of a comfort zone. But that's where the power of belief comes in. You have to know that you can accomplish anything. Maybe not in a day, or a week, or a month, or a year, but with consistency and hard work, you will accomplish it. How do I know? I'm a walking testimony. So I'll leave this here. Just say I want everyone to believe in themselves more. To understand that as a human, you are God's highest creation. And what separates us from any other creature on this earth is the power to think. I don't want anyone to think the way I think. I just want everyone to think. When I was in the 7th grade, one of my teachers said to me, and it always stuck with me, excuses are the monument of nothing. And that every human is the sum of their thoughts and choices. And as a kid, those phrases didn't make sense to me. But now, as a grown man, I totally understand that you are responsible for where you are in life. And if you don't like it, you have all the power in the world to change it. So if anyone is watching this and you're at a spot in life where you're not happy or you don't like your situation, sit down, get a piece of paper, and write what you want to accomplish in life. And then work every day getting one step closer to that dream. And I'll be cheering you along the entire way. Spread love. Believe you can do anything. Tell someone you love them today. Tell someone you're proud of them. Let's uplift each other. Let's change the world. Until next time, YouTube. Peace out.